Friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Medical Hub. Today I am going to share some key points, at least 15 or 16 key points for upcoming ESIC exam that will help you for exam. So let's see. If you are watching my video, then please subscribe my channel and watch more videos and share with your friends. And for new notification, please press the bell icon. So let's see. First point is carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel syndrome is due to compression of median nerve for a long period. Means when the carpal tunnel syndrome is occurs due to the compression of median nerve for a long period. Next one is claw hand. Claw hand is occurs due to the ulnar nerve in the wrist. Claw hand is the due to ulnar nerve in the wrist. Next one is the cubital tunnel syndrome occurs due to injury to the ulnar nerve. When the cubital tunnel syndrome occurs on the time of injury to the ulnar nerve. Next one is Bell's palsy. So what is the Bell's palsy? Bell's palsy is the compression or damage to the seventh cranial nerve. Bell's palsy occurs when the compression or damage of the seventh cranial nerve. Seventh cranial nerve is the facial nerve. That leads to paralysis of facial muscles, which cause loss of facial expression on affected side. Bell's palsy occurs due to the compression or damage of the seventh cranial nerve or facial nerve. That cause the paralysis of facial muscles. Next one is the Saturday night palsy. Saturday night palsy is also known as the wrist drop. It is caused by injury to the radial nerve. Saturday night palsy caused due to the injury of radial nerve. Saturday night palsy is also known as the wrist drop. Next is the tarsal tunnel syndrome. Tarsal tunnel syndrome occurs due to the injury to posterior tibial nerve. Tarsal tunnel syndrome occurs injury due to the posterior tibial nerve. Next is foot drop. Foot drop occurs due to the injury to anterior tibial nerve. Foot drop occurs due to the injury to the anterior tibial nerve and posterior injury to the posterior tibial nerve cause the tarsal tunnel syndrome. Next is the Colles fracture. Colles fracture is the fracture of distal end of radius. Colles fracture, it's most important because in many exams Colles fracture is asked. So please remember it. Colles fracture is the fracture of distal end of radius. Next one is the duct of Sylvius. It is also known as the cerebral aqueduct, which connects third and fourth ventricle in the brain. Duct of Sylvius is known as the cerebral aqueduct that connects third and fourth ventricle in the brain. Next is Haversian canal. Where is the Haversian canal is found? So it is a tube-shaped unit in a compact bone containing blood vessels, nerve and lymphatics. Haversian canal is a tube-shaped unit that is compact bone. Means Haversian canal present in the compact bone and containing blood vessels, nerve and lymphatics. Next is the Neil's body. These are a granular material present in cytoplasmic ribosomes of neurons. Neil's body are a granular material that is present in cytoplasmic ribosomes of neurons. Next is parietal cells of stomach. Parietal cells of stomach, it secretes intrinsic factor which is responsible for absorption of vitamin B12. Parietal cells of stomach that secretes the intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor is responsible for the absorption of vitamin B12. Next is the pain is a fifth vital sign. Fifth vital sign is pain. Next one is lymphocyte count is increased in viral infection. Lymphocyte count is increased in the viral infection. Next one is rigor mortis. What is rigor mortis? Rigor mortis is a stiffening of the body after 2 to 4 hours of death. Stiffening of the body after 2 to 4 hours of the death is known as the rigor mortis. Stiffening of the joints and muscles of a body of a few hours after death, usually lasting from 1 to 4 hours, 1 to 4 days. Next one is the McBurney's point is the site of maximum tenderness in appendicitis. Maximum tenderness present in the appendicitis is McBurney's point. And McBurney point is located at junction of anterior superior iliac spine and umbilicus. It is located in the base of the appendix. Most important point is in appendicitis, McBurney's point, where its location and what is the McBurney's point. So McBurney's point is the site of maximum tenderness in the appendicitis. Next is subdural hemorrhage and hematoma occurs due to the rupture of cerebral veins. When the subdural hemorrhage and hematoma occurs, that means subdural hemorrhage and hematoma occurs due to the rupture of cerebral veins. Rupture of cerebral veins can cause the subdural hemorrhage and hematoma. Next one is the delta cells of isolates of Langerhans secrete somatostatin hormone. Somatostatin hormone secretes the delta cells of isolates of Langerhans. Next is the Volkmann's canal. Volkmann's canals are horizontal canal between Haversian canal and medullary cavity. Means Volkmann canal present between the Haversian canal and medullary cavity. Next is circle of Willis. Circle of Willis is an arrangement of arteries to supply arterial blood to the brain. Circles of Willis is most important in the brain blood supply. Next one is the C cells or parafollicular cells. C cells is also known as the parafollicular cells found in thyroid gland, secretes calcitonin. C cells present in the thyroid gland and it secretes the calcitonin hormone, which lowers the increased blood calcium level. Next point is ducts of Valney. Ducts of Valney is found in the kidney. Next one is the ducts of Rivinus. Ducts of Rivinus is found in the sublingual gland that open in the floor of the mouth. Next point is right kidney lower than the left because of location of liver. Next point is most of the plasma proteins are synthesized in the liver, but gamma globulins are synthesized by lymphocytes. It's a very important. Most of the proteins are synthesized in the liver, but only the gamma globulins are synthesized by the lymphocytes. Next is the in hyperpyrexia, the body temperature is more than 105 degree Fahrenheit. In hyperpyrexia, that means increase the body temperature is more than the 105 degree Fahrenheit. Next is the crisis. Crisis means sudden return to a normal temperature from very high fever. Crisis means the sudden return to a normal temperature from very high fever. Next is sodium is the chief extracellular cation in the body. Sodium is the chief extracellular cation in the body and potassium is the chief intracellular cation in the body. Sodium is chief extracellular cation in the body and potassium is the chief intracellular cation in the body. Next one is the size of intravenous cannula used for neonates is 24. 24 number cannula size is used for the neonates. Next question, next point is normal total bilirubin is 0.1 to 0.1.0 mg per dl. It's the normal total bilirubin level 0.1 to 1.0 mg per dl. Next point, most evident plasma protein is albumin protein. Most evident plasma protein is albumin protein. Next is the antibodies are gamma globulin. Viscosity of the blood is due to the fibrinogen. It's important. Viscosity of the blood is due to the which factor? It is fibrinogen. Next is albumin and globulin ratio is. So albumin is 2 and globulin is 1. So ratio of albumin and globulin is 2 equal to 1. Next is fibrinogen is synthesized in the liver. Fibrinogen is synthesized in the liver. Next is C-reactive protein, CRP or C-reactive protein is beta globulin. It is a sensitive indicator of infection. C-reactive protein is the beta globulin and it's a sensitive indicator of infection, just like a pneumonia and septicemia, some type of inflammation, tissue injury, solid tumors or etc. C-reactive protein. Next is muscle protein. Point number 38. Muscle protein. Muscle protein is a contractile myofilament of muscle fibers are composed of protein. Means muscle protein composed of two proteins, actin and myosin. These are the muscle protein. Thin myofilament is actin and thick myofilament is myosin. Actin is thin myofilament and myosin is a thick myofilament. Next one is the troponin. Troponin is present in skeletal and cardiac muscles only. It is also a muscle protein, but it's only present in the skeletal and cardiac muscle. It is not present in the smooth muscle. So it's related with the muscle protein. Next one is immunoglobulin. These are the points related with immunoglobulin. Five types of immunoglobulins are present. Immunoglobulin G, A, M, E, immunoglobulin D. These are the 5 types of immunoglobulins. First one is the immunoglobulin D. Immunoglobulin G, it constitutes 70% of total immunoglobulin. It can cross the placenta. Immunoglobulin G can cross the placenta, and its immunoglobulin G are antibodies related to secondary immune response. It's a very important point. Immunoglobulin G can cross the placenta and it constitutes total of 70% of immunoglobulin G, and immunoglobulin G are antibodies related to secondary immune response. Next is the immunoglobulin A. It constitutes 22% of total immunoglobulin. Next is immunoglobulin M. It is a 70% of total immunoglobulins and primary immune response. Immunoglobulin M are antibodies related to primary immune response and G is the secondary immune response. Next is the immunoglobulin E. It plays an important role in immediate hypersensitivity reaction or anaphylaxis reaction. Immunoglobulin E plays an important role in the anaphylaxis reaction or immediate hypersensitivity reaction. Next point is main storage site of iron is, means where is the iron is stored. So spleen, liver and bone marrow, these are the main storage site of iron. Next point is main storage form of iron is ferritin. So the iron main storage form is ferritin. Next is transportation form of iron is transferrin. Transferrin is the transportation form of iron. Next is site of iron absorption is duodenum. Main site of iron absorption is duodenum and sometimes it's a proximal jejunum. These are the site of iron absorption. Next is these points related with ECG, electrocardiogram. So in ECG, QRS complex indicates ventricular depolarization. In ECG, QRS complex indicates the ventricular depolarization. Normal QRS interval is 0.08 to 0.1 second. It's a normal QRS interval 0.08 to 0.1 second. Next one is the P wave indicates. In ECG, P wave indicates the atrial depolarization and its duration is 0.1 second. Next is the T wave. T wave indicates ventricular repolarization and T wave and ventricular repolarization and T wave duration is 0.2 seconds. 0.27 seconds. It's the T wave duration. Next is the normal duration of PR interval is 0.13 to 0.16 second. Next is normal ST interval is 0.32 second. P wave is absent in atrial fibrillation. In atrial fibrillation, P wave is absent. It's all related with the ECG. Next point is blood is stored at 8 degrees Celsius. Blood is stored at the 8 degrees Celsius. Next one is the normal pH of blood is 7.35 to 7.44. It's a normal pH of blood. Next is first line defense against bacterial infection is neutrophils. First line defense against the bacterial infection is neutrophils, and the second line defense against the bacterial infection is monocytes. Next one is conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin is by prothrombin. Prothrombin plays the most important role in conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin. Next is the pulse pressure. Oh, what is the pulse pressure? Pulse pressure is the difference between systolic blood pressure and diastolic blood pressure. And the normal pulse pressure is 50 mm of Hg. Pulse pressure is the difference between the systolic and diastolic blood pressure, and the normal pulse pressure is 50 mm of Hg. Next point is hormone responsible for milk ejection is oxytocin. Oxytocin hormone that is responsible for the milk ejection, and prolactin hormone is responsible for the milk synthesis or milk secretion. These are two important hormones for the milk ejection. Milk ejection for the oxytocin and synthesis or secretion of prolactin. Next is the major cation is intracellular fluid is potassium. Major cation is the intracellular fluid is potassium, and extracellular is sodium. Next point is ear ossicles or ear bones, malleus, incus and stapes. These are the ear ossicles, or we can say the ear bones. Stapes is the smallest one in the human body. Next one is the point number 55. Most common hemoglobin in normal adult is HbA. HbA is the most common hemoglobin that is present in the normal adult. Next is kidney receives approximately 20% of total cardiac output. So kidney receives the approximately the 20% of total cardiac output. Renal threshold of glucose is 180 mg per 100 ml. It's a normal renal threshold of glucose. Next is right side of the heart pump blood to the lungs. Blood to the lungs is the right side of heart pump, where left side of the heart pump blood into the systemic circulation. Next one is the group of cells is known as the tissue. So what is the tissue? Tissue is the group of cells. Next one is cells are the smallest functional unit of the body. Next is CSF, cerebrospinal fluid, is secreted by the choroid plexus. The main function of choroid plexus is the secretion or production of cerebrospinal fluid. So CSF is secreted by the choroid plexus. Next is average lifespan of RBC in a newborn is 60 to 70 days. It's a normal average lifespan lifespanning time of RBC in a newborn 60 to 70 days. Longest living WBC is lymphocyte. Lymphocyte is the longest living WBC. Next one is the duration of second heart sound is 0.20 second. It's a normal duration of second heart sound is 0.20 second. Next is creatinine clearance test is best test to measure glomerular function. Best test for the glomerular function is best test for the measuring of glomerular function is creatinine clearance test. Next is connective tissue is the most evident tissue in the human body. In the human body, most evident tissue is the connective tissue. Next is cardiac muscles are striated and involuntary muscles. In cardiac muscles, striated and involuntary muscles are present. Next is a single hemoglobin can carry 4 molecules of oxygen. That means one hemoglobin equal to 4 oxygen molecules. So a single hemoglobin can carry only the 4 molecules of oxygen. Next is the packed cell volume. What is the packed cell volume? The volume of red blood cells in 1 mm of blood is known as the packed cell volume. Next is lungs are cone-shaped respiratory organ. Lung-shaped is the concept and it's a respiratory organ. Thank you for watching us.